He did what? No. No. I gotta go. I gotta handle this. Gentlemen, that was your girl. Apparently, you're doing some things that unfortunately are not exactly getting the spicy engine revving. It's actually doing the opposite. Today, guys, I'm gonna go over some reasons, some brutally honest reasons why you are turning her off. Number one, you can't handle your alcohol. There's nothing less attractive and more of a turnoff than a dude that is an absolute mess when he drinks. If you can't handle it, you shouldn't be drinking. Number two is being a stoner, right? Even though you may think, oh, it's cool, or your friends are doing it, right? Do you think for a second it's attractive? Do you think for a second she's like, ooh, I want a guy who sits around and smokes pot and gets all stupid and stoned? The answer is no. Number three, you're a terrible kisser.
Can I kiss you?
Sure.
Right? Now, kissing is one of those things that can make you extra sexy, or it can absolutely be a deal breaker. Because if you're somebody that is like jamming your tongue like down their throat, or like not like coming up for air, or you're too saliva and spitty, right? This is definitely not sexy. Being an incredible kisser is kind of like a sexual superpower, right? Because you can totally turn the person on like crazy just by using your mouth, and it doesn't require you to have a gigantic sausage, right? Which is a good thing for dudes like me. Which brings me to the next mistake you're making, and that is you're too selfish in the action department. Who's your daddy, right? You're like, yo, I don't even care who your daddy is. I'm done and I'm cool, right? Peace. No, not peace. Gentlemen, you can't be selfish when it comes to the action. And this is one of the downsides to the movies, right? We see these dudes and it's all about dudes, right? The truth is that if you want to be amazing at being amazing, you've got to rev up that spicy sports car. Don't just hop in and pop that baby into sixth gear, right? Is there a sixth gear? Maybe there is if you know how to do it right. No! First gear, nice and slow, ease off the clutch, little gas. Whoa, mama, you're rolling. Second gear, boom, little faster. Yeah, now we're talking. Third gear, boom, you're down to visit Brenda. Fourth gear, boom, she's down to visit Big Al. Fifth gear, yeah, mama, wait. Just thought of something. How do your balls smell? Because if you didn't powder them with the Pete and Pedro powder, a high quality non-talc based powder that makes your balls smell amazing, then your balls stink. And this is actually one of the biggest turnoffs and reasons why women don't want to go downtown to visit Big Al and say hello. In fact, it is a hot, meaty mess down your pants. And if you're not powdering your balls every day with the high quality non-talc based powder, there is zero chance that your balls smell as fresh as mine do, because my balls smell incredible. I'm not trying to be weird, but I literally wish you could smell my balls.
What? You know,
because it is so damn fresh that it's ridiculous. I have zero odor. I'm also super dry. And that's the trick and reason why using a high quality non-talc based powder is so damn important. Gentlemen, every single one of you, every single day, right? After the shower, right, little dab in your hand, right there, yeah, exactly. And then little dab right up the booty crack, because swamp ass is also not sexy. Little bit of powder every day on your balls, gentlemen. Now, the reason why it's critical that you use a non-talc based powder, talc is no bueno for the boys. Do a little Google search, like talc cancer, right? I'm just saying, do a little search, all right? The other unfortunate reality is that 99% of ball powders on the market, most of them are made from talc. The other downside to talc is that instead of actually fighting the wetness, it becomes a talky, milky mess in your pants. Let me show you. These glasses of water represent your sweaty balls. On one side, you've got talc-based powders, the other Pete and Pedro. When you add talc-based powder to your sweaty balls, mix it up. What you are left with is a pasty, chalky mess in your pants. When you add your Pete and Pedro powder to your sweaty balls, mix it up, what you're left with is powder. Nothing but powder. The choice is yours, gentlemen. A white, talky, milky mess in your pants, or Pete and Pedro powder. Talc-free, paraffin-free, aluminum-free. Basically, Pete and Pedro powder is free from all of the toxic shit. And what it has is the best formulation that's out there in terms of keeping you fresh and dry and not chafing or irritated all day long. Guys, this powder is the best. It's not just my opinion. Hit the link down below and read the reviews. I've also got a super sweet limited time special deal for you. Guys, use that discount code and grab it. The next reason why you, unfortunately, are a huge disappointment in the bedroom department is that you think the movies are reality. There are a lot of downsides to watching the movies, one of which is that you think that that is the way that you should treat a woman when it comes to tearing her on and doing all sorts of nasty, funky, sexy stuff. when the reality is that those movies that you're watching are made for dudes, right? Dudes and women are very different in terms of what really gets them excited. There's a huge difference between the stuff that's made for you and that you're watching and the stuff that she's watching. And yes, she's watching, even though she says, I never watch it. Oh my God, right? Whatever. Do a little search and just check it out, right? It looks very different. It's not saying it's not sexy, but it's slower, softer, a lot more like right here. Gentlemen, the mind, you got to use it or you're going to potentially lose her, right? It's all about setting the mood. It's all about building the excitement and the anticipation. And it starts before you get to the bedroom. One of the big mistakes that a lot of guys make is thinking that, yo, I'm ready, let's do this, when the truth is that it needs to start earlier in the evening. Telling her she looks sexy as hell, touching her, kissing her, right? Building the excitement, the anticipation, maybe a little dirty talk like, oh girl, when I get you, right? Like it's building, it's exciting, it's getting everybody revved up and ready to go, right? This is going to be how you're actually going to get that spicy sports car to want to take off into 6 freaking gears. You're never even going to get out of first gear if you're a sloppy ass dude. Gentlemen, being a slob is unacceptable, in my opinion. You gotta make sure you're taking pride in not only the way that you're groomed, your hair, your all that, yeah, mama, right? You gotta make sure your breath smells good, your teeth aren't all nasty, and you gotta make sure that your style is straight. Guys, don't be sloppy. And your shoes, she notices. If you look at them and they're dirty, if they're scuffed, if they're unstylish, what are those? Exactly, you know what those are? Exactly, you're done, click, off, done. She's going on to your boy Brad because his shoes are clean and sexy because he watches Alpha M videos and knows the importance of having clean, sexy shoes. He also dropped that. The next reason why she's never, ever gonna wanna make out with you or do anything with you is that you're a whiny little bitch, right? So here's the truth. If you're needy, if you're clingy, if you're always asking, do you like me? Am I better than your ex-boyfriend, Brad? Like, you know how unsexy that is? Not only does it make her have to always defend the fact that she actually likes you and wants you, right? It's annoying as hell. There's nothing worse than a dude that's emotionally a wreck. Speaking of a wreck, your car, is it a wreck? Inside, is it dirty? Is it nasty? Is your room disgusting? Is your place, if she comes over, is she gonna be like, oh my God, I need to sit on like an ass gasket like in the bathroom, you know, those little like paper tap because it's so nasty. Gentlemen, if you are a filthy animal, there is zero chance that she's gonna wanna make out and stay at your place and have freaky, nasty, unadulterated action with you, because dudes that are little boys that don't clean up their stuff, or it stinks or it smells, or their plates or dishes or pee on the toilet or on the floor, somebody that she is totally not going to be interested in. Gentlemen, you got to change your sheets. You got to make sure that your room smells good. It's not all cluttered. It's not all nasty. And you got to make sure your car doesn't smell like ass. Check that. That's a bad analogy, because if you use the Pete and Pedro powder, a little bit of that in and up your booty crack, your ass smells incredible. It just can't stink. It can't stink like your boy Brad's ass, who doesn't use the Pete and Pedro powder, because his booty definitely is funky.